自分を投影するなら、ここはやっぱりフリーダムコースに進みたいところね。
And back to chapter 14 of Princess Evangile. If I want this to reflect my future, I better get the freedom course.
リツコはどうせインテリコースでしょ?
Itsuko should get intellectual course, naturally.
ルーレット次第だから。
It's the spinner that decides. Huh? There's something familiar about those words.
やっぱりね。二人、明らかにいいマスばっかりだったもん。
I knew it. You two always land on all the best squares.
これが人徳というものでしょうか。
Perhaps karma is rewarding my virtuous nature.
人徳が関係しているなら、なんで私がビリケツなのよ。
If this is about virtue, then why am I at the bottom? The room was strangely dim. There was something flickering in front of my eyes. Shadows? Yes, there were shadows, dancing and flitting above the girls' heads. I didn't like it, but the girls didn't seem to notice. But why is it so dark in here? And how are they playing when it's so dark? Huh. Of course it was dark. The power was out. Then where was that faint light coming from? My eyes turned to the table, and I realized it. The flame.
今みたいな結果を見るとちょっと怖いけど。
でも私も専門職の方に進むわ。
Wow, kinda creepy. I feel a bit hesitant after seeing the results so far, but I'll take the specialist course too. I turned quickly towards the strange voice. Rise-san?
なんだか喋り方が変ね。
変ね。
I won't even try to do that. Something about that doesn't quite add up. Add up. Add up. No, that wasn't Rise-san.
私、ろうそくの炎とかって。
Now it's even higher. Candle flame, actually. Flame. Flame.
炎。
Flame. Flame? Whoa! Everything's surrounded in fire now. The flames, they were all around us.
これはプレイヤー同士で結婚するのでしょうか。ではマサヤさんは私と結婚ということで。
Are we allowed to marry other players? Then I wish to marry Masaya-san.
ちょっと何勝手なこと言ってるのよ。
But, wait a minute. You can't just call that. Hold it, guys. This is no time for playing games. I screamed so loud I thought my lungs would burst. But my words didn't seem to reach them. I kept looking at the board, laughing and talking. They were already surrounded by the flames. I watched in horror.
みんな。
You can all... Huh? Even amidst the roaring of the flames, her voice stood out in sharp relief.
みんな燃えてしまえば。
You can all burn to death. Not all the girls were playing the game. Rise-san alone was staring down at the floor, her hands hanging limply at her sides. She stood out clearly from the circle. Burn to death. I spun around quickly. The window. Gotta get out. No. I have to get her out. But who? The name of the girl? What was it? It was like the name of an animal. An animal? A dog? No, that was not it. That's not it. That was my name. I threw the window open wide. Ah! In that instant, a scream echoed from my lips. I was already surrounded by flames. You guys! I spun around, but there was no one there. No, there was one person. Standing in front of the shrine gate. It was her. We have to get out of here. But where can we go? The flames were like walls around us. I felt a tug on the shirt on my back.
どうし ましょう。シアン。
But what will we do? Can.
驚かないで聞いてね。あの人は私の。
Please, don't be mad when you hear this, but she's my... Either your sister or your mother. That's it! I cried out as I remembered what I was carrying in my hand. Here it is! I brought out the toy slingshot I had bought earlier. It's dangerous, so don't point it at people. That's what the man who sold it to me had said. I'm going to hit her with this. Once I hit her, you run out, okay? Right! I heard a sound like a choke, and I looked up from my hand. The girl had drawn closer to me than before. Because of you. Because you're here. Huh? What was she talking about? I was afraid. Not just of the knife in her hand. The voice seemed to resound all around me from a distant place. She glared at me, her face twisted with hatred. That's why I was afraid. If it wasn't for you. The air around us was wavering in the heat. Previously, the woman's form had wavered with it, but now she was slowly coming closer. If only she was terrifying. Because of you. I began to draw away, hiding the girl behind me. You should just... The woman raised her right hand. The cold still flickered in the light of the flame, sparkling like the light of sunset. I gripped the slingshot tightly in my trembling hand. Might be her mom. I wasn't sure how well I could aim, but at this range, I probably couldn't miss. I pulled back on the band. Then, I released it. I think the woman was saying something in that moment. It hit. Struck in the forehead, she slouched forward. The way that she took her head back and forth reminded me of a lion dance I had seen once. Now! I grabbed her by the hand and pulled. But for some reason, her body felt heavy. It didn't seem like she was walking on her own power. This? I turned back uneasily. Her eyes were focused on the ground. Even surrounded by the fire and the skin-scorching heat, Liz's face seemed to be clad in shadow. I can't do it. What? I just can't. Come on, we have to go. I gave her another hard tug. Behind me I could hear a sharp sound, different from the roar of the flames, almost like a sharp wind. The woman was swinging the knife madly, her other hand clenched against her bleeding forehead. If we got too close to the flame, our clothing would catch fire. So we'd have to slip by her as close as possible, but with the way she was swinging that knife, that wasn't going to be easy. But there was only one way out. The shrine gate was the only safe route, and the woman was standing in front of it, which meant that we had to slip past her. Let's go. I took her hand once more. Right. She nodded. Her despondency had lasted only for a moment before the strength returned to her eyes. I calculated the timing carefully and leapt at her in the middle of her swing. But even though we were past her, we still weren't safe. I heard footsteps and felt a presence behind me. It felt like a nightmare, like being chased by a monster to the ends of the earth. My steps began to waver. As I did, I could see Liz ahead of me, running. Good. Now we're safe. Suddenly, I felt a burning pain run along my back. The next moment, my shirt was wet and clinging to my skin. Sweat? No. That's not this suddenly. I tripped over my own leg. My momentum sent me flying. The ground was approaching fast. It all happened so suddenly. I couldn't shield my body from the impact. My forehead struck the ground, and my neck jerked upwards. Ah. How did you survive? I bounced once, then fell again. Jin! The starry sky spread out before me, glowing in red. My strange moans trailed off, and I let out a big sigh. My back was arched as if I was being pulled upwards. I had to exert conscious force to relax. The bed below was pleasant and comfortable. I sank back into it, letting it swallow me up. The air conditioning was running at full power, yet my whole body was soaked with sweat. My shirt was sticky with sweat. In that moment, I felt like I had remembered something, but it only went as far as a vague feeling of recognition. And in the end, I couldn't bring the memory into focus. It was like a thin yet durable sheet of rubber. On the other side of that sheet was my last memory. I thought if I charged it, I could break through. But in the end, I just bounced back. Ow. Ow. The words drifted from my mouth as I rubbed at my back. Anytime I had that nightmare about the flames, for some reason, it caused a stinging sensation in my back. It disappeared as soon as I woke up, so it probably wasn't worth worrying about. But it didn't feel great either. And to July 20th. Summer vacation had begun. The majority of students had gone home, and the dorms had fallen quiet in the midsummer air. Walking the corridors or eating in the dining hall, it was rare to see a single other face. I was usually alone in my room anyway, so that was no big change, but there was still a strange feeling of isolation there. You could tell whether there were people around or not by the atmosphere. It's said that a house quickly goes to the elements after people stop living in it. Or maybe I was seeing that in action. But more so than the atmosphere, there were my friends. As we had discussed, they had all gone home except for Rise-san. Saying goodbye to the friends I'd spent so much time with was a truly lonely feeling. But Chio and Ayaka-san said they'd come back soon. So I decided to endure it until then, and focused on my homework. But they really did give us a lot. I stared at the pile of homework on the table with a feeling of misgiving. Perhaps this was the invisible expression of Vincine's will, keeping the students in line even during summer vacation. And 6 days later, Chio had come back after a week, and we decided to work on our homework together. Did anything happen with you guys? No? Nothing. What about you, Chio? My parents were the same as ever. I met up with some friends from elementary and middle school, too. Oh, I see. I wish I could see them, too. I wasn't sure what I would say to them after running off the way I had, but I couldn't see any reason I shouldn't try. They were all shocked when they heard you were at Vincine's. I guess that stands to reason. Hey, do you remember Sato-chin from 8th grade? Yeah, she was a quiet one with braids. What about her? It turns out she was working on a novel all this time, and it was selected for some kind of award. Isn't that amazing? Wow. That's right. She never talked much during breaks. She was always writing something. That's right. And also, Huh.
ごめん、知らない人のことで盛り上がっちゃって。
Sorry. I didn't mean to get all worked up about all these people you don't know.
いえ。
Ah, not at all.
まあ、マサヤも友達に会いに行ってみたら？
Hey, Messiah. Would you like to come eat with me too? Let me see. I guess I could take a day trip.
日帰り？
A day trip? Well, it would be strange spending the night in the apartment.
泊まるって、一応は自分の家なんでしょ？
What do you mean? It's still your house, isn't it? Well, yeah, but
元住んでいた家にはもう戻れないの？
you can't go back to the house you grew up in? They already repossessed it, and probably that's standard procedure when someone runs out on a debt.
そっか、そうだよね。だって私、見に行ったもの。
I see. I guess they did. I went to see it, you know. My old place?
うん。
Yeah. Since Chio and I went to the same middle school, naturally our houses were close by.
知らない人が住んでた。それ見て私、ちょっと寂しくなっちゃった。
There were strangers living there. Seeing that made me feel a little bit lonely.
家に上がったことはなかったけど、おばさんが出て行った後、たまに様子を見に行ったことはあったでしょ？
I never went inside, but you know how I came by to check up on you from time to time after your mother left?
だから、知らない人が当たり前みたいな顔で玄関を出入りしているの、なんか違和感があった。
So, watching complete strangers going in and out of it like that was the most natural thing in the world. It felt wrong somehow. I'm grateful for what you did for me back then. Chio shook her head silently, but I really did feel grateful to her. When Chio came by to see me, she wasn't just visiting. Sometimes she came with food. She'd say we just had more than we could eat to make it feel less like charity. After my parents' divorce, my eating habits had become vastly poorer. Of course I cooked for myself, but without money to spend there were limits to what I could do. When she came to help us like that, it always brought tears of joy into my eyes.
うちの親も心配していたよ。バンセンヌにいるって聞いたら、さすがにびっくりしていたけど。
My parents are worried about you. They were surprised when they heard you were in Vincine's, of course. I should stop by and say hi.
挨拶？
Say hi? Let them know I made it back safely. My beat-up old apartment isn't that far from them.
まあ、顔見せれば二人も喜ぶよ、きっと。
Oh, I bet they'd be happy to see you. Sure.
ごめん、また二人にしかわからない話しちゃって。
Oh, I'm sorry. You started talking about people you don't know again. Sorry.
でも、なんだか羨ましいわ。
Not at all. I suppose I feel a bit envious. Huh?
バンセンヌでは幼馴染っていないから。
I don't have any childhood friends at Vincine's.
でも、ずっと寮生活なんでしょ？だったら、全員がそうとも言えるんじゃない？
But haven't you lived in the dorms all this time? So isn't everyone here like your childhood friends?
どうかしら。それでも、なんとなく、千穂さんとマサヤさんみたいな関係とは違うと思うわ。
I'm not sure. It feels rather different from your relationship with Masaya-san.
関係って別に特別なことなんか何もないわよ。ねえ。
Relationship? It's nothing all that special, right? Yeah. Silence fell over the group. I turned my eyes back to my notes. Sadly, my understanding of the formulas had vanished from my mind.
なんていうのかしら。もちろん仲がいいとかそうでもないっていうのは私たちの間にもあるのだけど。
I'm not sure how to put it. Of course, there are some people I'm very friendly with, and some that I'm not. But Risa-san spoke as she wrote.
この人こそが幼馴染なんだっていうのは多分ないの。
There's no one I could point to and say, this is my childhood friend.
だからそういうのに少し憧れを感じるわ。
But I rather wish that I had one.
幼なじみってなんだろう。
What does it mean to be childhood friends?
あら、それは二人の方がご存知なんじゃなくて？
What? If anyone knows, it should be you two. I looked up from my notes and looked straight at Chio.
腐れ縁？
Being stuck together? I always try to put a positive spin on it.
うるさいわね。あんたなんかそれで十分なの。
Shut up! That's just my relationship with you just fine. But in reality, I wondered what the childhood friend relationship really was. I gazed at Chio's profile. There were lots of people I'd say stayed good friends with after I graduated elementary school, all of them boys. They were friends from elementary school, so they should be childhood friends too. But Chio was something else. There's something different about her. Is it just the difference between boys and girls? I'm not really sure. I guess it really is like being stuck together in the end.
そうなんだ。
Oh, really? Why are you mad? You said the same thing. It seemed like an answer wasn't going to turn up, so I just went back to my homework.
でも、もう夏なのか。
But it is summer already. Yeah, it feels like the year is moving really fast. I guess because of everything that's happened.
ええ、そのことでは私も同じ。ただ私、夏になるといつも思い出すことがあって。
Yes, I feel the same way. But when summer comes around, I can't help but remember. Huh? Huh? What is it? She fell silent instead of going on, so I prompted her.
単なる独り言なの。ごめんなさい。
Nothing. Just talking to myself. I'm sorry. Huh. And to the 27th. It's almost August. The next day, the two of them came by again.
ごきげんよう。
Salutations!
こんにちは。
Hello? Hang. Homework again?
いいえ、今日はちょっとマサヤさんにお手伝いしてもらいたいことがあって。
No. Today we were wondering if you might be willing to assist us. Assist you?
これ、
With this! As she spoke, Rize-san turned something over in her hands. It looked like a key.
これ、カリオンの鍵なのよ。
This is the Carleon key.
階段の一番上の鐘のところに出る壁に落書きがあるのはご存知？
Are you familiar with the graffiti on the walls of the top room with the bells? Graffiti? No, this is the first time I've heard of it. I didn't notice it before. After all, it had been dark last time we were there, and I had bigger things on my mind. She explained on the way. It turned out there was a bit of a legend about the wall of the clock tower. They said that if two people wrote their names under an umbrella there, they would be linked for eternity. Wow, so girls do have boyfriends even at seen. Writing your names under umbrella? That's what it's for. For, right?
ああ、いえ、まあ彼氏がいるかどうかはともかくとして壁に書かれる名前に男子はありえないわ。
Ah, no, well, I don't know if they have boyfriends or not, but there are no boys' names written on that wall. What? Really?
そんなことしてごらんなさいな。みんな大騒ぎで、それから目の敵にされてしまうわ。
Just try it sometime. It'll start a huge panic, and everyone will treat you as an enemy. But then who?
だから女の子同士でってこと。
Girls with girls, of course. Girls with girls? You mean, like homosexuality?
多分マサヤさんが想像しているのとは違うと思う。
No, I don't think it's quite what you're imagining.
女子校ってそういうところがあるんだけど、やっぱりわからないわよね。
You see a lot of it at all girls' schools, but I suppose you haven't noticed. What do you mean, Aunt?
なんて言ったらいいのかしら。
How should I put this? She looked at Chio as if asking for her opinion.
義 疑似恋愛みたいな？
Like pseudo romance?
そうね、そんな感じ。
Ah, yes, that's it. Something like that. Pseudo romance. Like a simulator? There are romance simulator games out there. That sort of thing seemed to be outside of Ace-san's sphere of knowledge, which was to be expected.
ああ、そういえばちょうどそんな関係の2人が私たちの身近にいるじゃない。
Oh, that's right. You actually know two people who have a relationship like that? So Ritsuko and Konami? Or maybe? Huh? Who?
律子と好みよ。
Mitsuko and Konami. I see. I finally understood. So what's with this about the graffiti?
消してくれって下級生の子に頼まれちゃって。
And underclassman girl asks us to erase one. Erase one?
生徒会長であるマリカ様が帰省しているでしょ。それで私にお鉢が回ってきたというわけ。
The student council president, Marika-sama, is home for vacation, so her duties fall to me. Why would they want you to erase something they took so much trouble to put there?
夏休みに入ってからというもの、メールの返信が遅いからだって。
She said the other girl has been late in returning her emails since summer vacation started. So she wants to choose a new person. She wants you to erase it over something that minor?
それがつまり疑似恋愛ということなのよ。
It is only pseudo-romance after all.
いわゆる同性愛とも違う。男子が周りにいないからその代わりというわけでもない。
It's not true homosexual love. It's just an easy substitute for the lack of men around.
逆に本気なら救いもあるんだろうけど。
It's a shame. Shame. If they were serious about the romance, there might be hope for them. There's no hope for them if it's pseudo-romance? That felt backwards to me, but it wasn't my place to comment on someone else's affairs.
シスターのような聖職者は別として、卒業した後は普通は異性のパートナーを求めるものなのよ。
Well, those who don't enter the clergy, like the sisters, will usually seek opposite sex partners after they graduate.
いくら女ばっかりの中で育ったフィユドラ・バンセンヌとはいえ、ね。
Even if they are all raised in an all-girls environment, the filles de la Vincines just tend in that direction. Right. In that case, wouldn't it be better if they weren't serious about it?
でもバンセンヌの空気は濃密すぎて、卒業した後もずっと尾を引くわ。ずっと。
But the air in Vincines is too thick. It lingers with them even after they graduate. Forever.
そうなると、本来がノーマルであることと、学生時代の思い出が齟齬をきたして混乱してしまうかもしれない。
When they learn what normal is, they find it at odds with their school lives and become confused.
私はそれが心配なの。
That worries me. It was a very concrete concern. I wondered if it had some root in her real-life experience. I wonder if she knows any of the girls who feel that way.
ごめんなさい。急に変な話して。
I'm sorry. It was a strange subject to bring up. Not at all. By the way, what's a Carillion? I assume it's something to do with the bells, but...
カリオンってうちにとっては一種の俗称で、本当はカリオンではないの。
Carillion is just the term that we use for it. It's not a true Carillion. Huh?
定義としては23個以上の鐘の組み合わせが必要なの。カリオンって本当は楽器なのよ。
By definition, a Carillion must have 23 or more bells. A true Carillion is a musical instrument. Oh, I see.
でも鐘楼があるなんておしゃれだよね。チャイムが鐘だなんて入学した最初はびっくりしたもの。
But having a real bell tower is so stylish. I was surprised when I first came here and found out the school bell was a real bell.
ええ、学校の象徴と言えるわね。
Yes, you could call it a symbol of our school. We unlocked the door and entered the tower. Unlike the last time we were here, it was brightly lit with sunlight. It's a really nice building during the day.
え、
I just mean it was pretty creepy at night.
ああ、まあこんなところ普段は夜は入らないものね。
Huh. Well, people don't usually come here at night after all. We climbed the stairs. The spiral staircase that seemed so long and so short last time definitely felt long this time. I arrived at the summit and I looked up at the wall. Oh, you're right. There really is graffiti. And Momo. Momo, Yoshino, Mamikita, and whatever that is. Can't make out that name.
ええ、みんなこういうの好きだから。
Yes, the girls love things like this. Though I see a lot of them are crossed out.
誰かを偶像視し続けるって案外難しいんでしょうね。
It can be difficult to keep up a crush for that long. On a quick glance around, I don't see Ritsuko and Konami-chan anywhere.
律子はこういうの好きではないでしょうし。
Ritsuko doesn't enjoy things like this. By the way, a lot of them are drawn up pretty high, aren't they? I raised it up a hand experimentally and realized that a lot of them were drawn too high for me to reach. If a boy like me couldn't reach them, how did they draw them in the first place?
なるべく高いところの方がご利益があるのよ。
They say that the higher you draw them, the more effective they become. So how do we erase it?
そこであなたの出番というわけ。
That's where you come in. But they're too high even for me to reach.
いえ、マサヤさん、踏み台になってくださらない？
Now, I was hoping you would be my stepping stool, Masaya-san. So that's what you meant by assist you.
ごめんなさいね。今ちょうど脚立が壊れているという話で、なのに今すぐ消してくださいなんてせかされるし。
I'm sorry. The step ladder is broken at the moment, but the girl wanted us to race it immediately, so... I get it. Like this then? I got down on all fours like I did when playing horsey for little kids. You should be able to reach the...
どこ見てんのよ、もう。
What are you looking at? Jeez. Chilo pressed down on her skirt, blushing.
もう、マサヤさんたら。
Oh, Masaya-san, how could you? Misu-san did the same. No, I wasn't looking. I just got looked at.
同じじゃない。
That's the same thing! Now what's the difference between passive and active voice?
何細かい言い訳言ってんのよ。
Stop making excuses. Poke. That was more of a slap. Ow! She exploited the fact that my hands were occupied elsewhere to poke me in the forehead. Yeah, but still, I barely saw anything. I didn't even catch what color they were.
そんなことまで言わなくていいわよ。
You don't have to keep talking about it. Good point.
ああ。
Oh, you idiot.
じゃあ、マサヤさん、失礼するわよ。
Well, Masaya-san, if you'll allow me. Right. Misu-san removed her shoes and stepped gently onto my back.
重たくないかしら。
I'm not too heavy, I hope. Not at all. But it feels a little weird having a girl trampling on me.
踏みつけているというわけではないと思うのだけど。
I would not call this trampling, exactly.
もっと変な気分になるように顔も踏んづけてあげましょうか。
I could trample on your face if you want it to feel even weirder. Rather you didn't. I heard the pop of a marker cap being removed, and Risa-san moved onto her tippy toes on my back.
よいしょっと。
There we go. Squeak, squeak,
あり
squeak.
がとう。終わったわ。
Thank you. I'm finished. Right.
じゃあ戻りましょう。
Then we should head back. Cheryl spoke up again as we descended the staircase.
ねえ、夜はそんなにここ不気味だったの？
Hey, was it really that creepy here at night? Huh? Oh yeah. Though part of it might have been the tension of the situation.
じゃあさ、彩香さんが帰ってきたら肝試しでもしてみない？
So when Ayaka-san gets back, would you like to have a test of courage here? Sure, I'd be in.
いいわね。肝試しなんて初めてだし、 なんだか面白そうだわ。
That sounds nice. This will be my first time doing a test of courage. It sounds interesting.
じゃあそういうことで、具体的なところは私が考えておくから。
Then we'll do it. I'll think up the specifics. Good. To the 29th.
あら、いいじゃない。面白そう。
Hey, that sounds fun. I like it. 2 days had passed since we got the test of courage idea. Ayaka-san, Mitsuko-chan, and Yuriko-san had all returned. The latter two had complained they'd be staying home the whole summer, but apparently they changed their minds.
私はもちろん参加するわ。は
I'll be participating, naturally.
い、3人は
Good. What about you three? And even Yuriko doesn't know.
私はできれば遠慮しておきたいです。お姉様が参加されるというのでしたら、ってでも
I would prefer not to participate. However, if Oni-sama chooses to participate, I will accompany her.
いえ、私もやめておくから。
No, I believe that I will pass.
そうですか。なら私も。
I see. Then I will too. You don't like Test of Courage, Ritsuko-chan?
好きではないです。ただそれよりも勝手に時計台に入るのは校則違反なので。
I do not enjoy them. But more importantly, entering the clock tower without permission is a violation of school rules. I see. What's the response I expected from Mitsuko?
のりこさんはどうする？
What about you, Yuriko-san?
私は参加してみようと思います。初めてですし、興味があります。
I believe I shall participate. It is my first time. That sounds intriguing.
じゃあ参加人数は5人か。今晩でいい？
Good. So that's 5 people in. How does tonight sound?
私はいつでも。
I'm ready when you are.
え
Yes.
了解。善は急げだもんね。
Roger. Strike when the iron is hot then. By the way, Mitsuko-chan, Yuriko-san, did you have a change of plans?
実は両親が風邪をひいてしまって、私が看病しますと言ったのですが、逆に番線路に返されてしまったんです。
Both of my parents had caught cold. I told them that I would care for them, but they insisted that I return to Vincine's. Oh? Why's that?
移ってはまずいからと。
They did not wish for me to catch it? Huh. I see.
相変わらず過保護で困ってしまいます。
They're so overprotective of me? I don't know what I'll do with them. Yuriko-san flashed a rare, wry smile. What about you, Ritsuko-chan?
姉さんのことが心配だったので。
I was concerned for my sister. Concerned? Look at Ayaka-san. Well, I guess Ayaka-san doesn't seem like the type to get her homework done.
あら、嬉しいじゃない。まさやくんもだいぶ私のこと分かってきてくれているのね。
Oh? Isn't that nice? I see you've come to know me well, Miss Aya-kun.
まあそのこともあります。ただそれは後で姉さん自身が困るだけのこと。
Well, that's a part of it. But that would only hurt her, not anyone else.
冷たいわね。
What a mean thing to say.
本人はともかくとして人様に迷惑をかけるわけにはいきませんから。
She can do what she wants, but I won't have her causing trouble for a certain other person. A certain other person?
あなたのことです。何をするか分かったものではありませんから。だから監視です。
I refer to you, of course. I don't know what she might try, so I have to keep watch over her. I see.
そんなこと言って 単に自分がマサヤくんと会いたかっただけじゃないの。
You say that, but are you sure you didn't really want to just see Masaya-kun again?
何言ってるのよ。そんなことあるはずないわ。
What are you talking about? Of course not.
本当？
Really?
本当です。
Really?
ただこの前の一生ゲームの時のことがあるからな。
But I can't fully forget your actions when we played Life earlier.
あれは単なる冗談のお遊びです。それはそのはずで、だからみんなで。
That was simply a joke. A bit of fun. I thought we were in agreement about that. That's why I participated.
そうよね。女子ばっかりの中に男子一人で、それであんないたずらもしたくなってしまったんだわ。
That's right! Having only one boy in a group of girls? One can't help but feel like playing pranks.
そうそう。
That's right.
でもマサヤさん、信じてくださいね。
But Masaya-san, please believe me when I say this. Huh? The next thing I knew, Yurika-san had my hand clasped warmly between hers.
男子なら誰でもいいというわけではないんです。あなただから。
It isn't just any boy that inspires those feelings. Only you.
ちょっと、何一人で言いこぶってるのよ。
Hey, you don't get to leave us behind and play the good girl. Oh.
言うまでもないことをわざわざ言うのは少々行儀が悪いんじゃないかしらね。
It's quite bad manners to say something we took careful lengths not to say. Oh. The girls each latched on to one of Yuriko's arms. Meanwhile, Ayaka-san and Mitsuko-chan stayed out of the conflict, talking to each other quietly.
確かにお遊びだった。ただ何かにつけお堅いリツコがしたものだから私もちょっと驚いたわ。
Yes, it's true it was just a game. But I was surprised to see you participate. You're usually so strict about everything.
ゲームの時に言われたでしょ。
You said it during the game, didn't you? What?
私がレールに乗るばかりだと。確かにそういうところもあるかもしれない。
That I have lived most of my life on rails. It's true that I have, in some respects.
自分でもそう思ったから。だからたまには羽目を外してみようとそう思っただけだわ。
And so I decided that at least for once, I would cut loose and enjoy myself.
そう。まあ、わかったわ。
I see. Well, I can understand that. Ayaka-san nodded, for once, in honest agreement. And it's night. That night, we gathered in the rec room just as we had that afternoon.
じゃあ行きましょうか。ルールはあっちで説明するから。
Well, let's go. I'll explain the rules after we arrive.
ルリコさん、それ何？パン？
Yurika-san, what is that? Bread? And I think this actually might be the music from the Game of Life. Maybe. Oh well. Yurika-san held up the paper bag in her hand.
いえ、パンではありません。これは私からのちょっとした提案です。
No, this is not bread. It is a small preparation I have made. That reminds me. It's only been 10 days since vacation started, but people are already coming back. Didn't you say most people stayed for the duration?
そうね。夏休みをずっと外で過ごすのは半分か、もしかしたら3割くらいかしら。
Yes, that's right. Those that spend the whole duration at home are more like half, or perhaps a third. How come? It's true that the dorm life is pretty comfortable, but
それもあるかもしれない。ただこれ学園の方針にも関わってくることなのよ。
there is that aspect. But it has much to do with school policy as well. Huh? Policy?
学園側としては当然 生徒には監視の目が届くところにいてほしいんだわ。ただ夏休みの帰省を許可しないわけにはいかない。
Obviously, the school administration would like to keep an eye on the students, but they must also give them permission to return home for summer.
そこで飴を用意してあるのよ。
So they prepare incentives. Incentives?
いくつかイベントが用意されているの。まあ動機は不純でも楽しいことは事実だわ。だから案外みんな戻ってきちゃうのよ。
They arrange events. The models behind them are underhanded, but they really are fun. So a surprising number of people return for them. Wow, events, huh? That sounds fun. It would be boring if homework was the only incentive anyway.
じゃあルール説明ね。と言ってもとっても簡単。
Okay, I'll explain the rules. They're very simple, of course.
私昼間のうちに塔のてっぺんに札を置いてきてるの。それを取ってくるってだけ。
I've placed some tags in the highest room in the tower that we visited this afternoon. You just have to retrieve one.
順番はじゃんけんでいいよね。
We'll decide on the order with rock, paper, scissors. Okay?
ペアは？
What are the pairs?
ペア？
Pairs?
あら、肝試しって言ったらペアでしょ？で、
Oh, I assume the tests of courage always happen in pairs. So, you know.
いやー、怖い。なんて、抱きついちゃうの。
You can be all, ooh! Probably wasn't a new. Oh. You can be all, oh, I'm scared! And cling to someone, right?
彩香様って本当胸大きいですよね。
You really had big breasts, Ayaka-sama.
谷間だってあるわよ。見てみる？
I even have cleavage. Wanna see?
いいです。
No, thank you.
じゃあ代わりにマサヤくん、どう
でね
ぞ。
Then how about you, Masai-kun? Oh,
こら、何亀みたいに首伸ばしてるのよ。
hey, don't stick your neck out like a turtle. Oh, oh.
ペアは私も考えたんですけど、ただたったの5人ですからね。やってもしょうがないかなと。
I thought of doing pairs too, but there's only 5 of us, so I don't think we can really pair off.
まあそれもそうか。
Well, true enough.
あと階段でじゃれ合って万が一落っこちたら大変だし。
Also, I don't want people playing on the stairs and have someone fall by accident.
校舎より高いもんね、これ。
It's taller than the campus building. It's true.
私もそのことを考えたんです。それとあと雰囲気が出るかと思って。
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. And I brought these to improve the atmosphere. Yuriko pulled a candlestick and candle from the paper bag. I inadvertently grimaced. Luckily, it was dark enough that no one saw it.
いいわね。暗い中をろうそくの明かりだけを頼りに進んでいく。なんだか冒険者の気分だわ。
That sounds good. Having to make your way through the darkness with only candlelight? It's really like being on an adventure. Why don't they just use flashlights like normal people? Oh well.
Hi.
Yes. And it's dark and creepy again. I ended up being first to the plate. My hesitation was not at all due to the creepiness of the clock tower at night. There was that too, of course, but I was far more frightened of the light source in my hand. I was holding the lit candle in my hand. The closer I held it, the more violent my fear became. I tried to hold it as far away from myself as I could, but it was a futile effort. I looked up at the wall and saw my own shadow cast huge upon it. The opposite wall was pitch dark, the pitiful light of the candle failing to reach it. It really would be dangerous to come in here without a light of any kind. I had managed to run up the stairs before, but I had been half-powered by desperation then. The empty sound of my footsteps rang through the deserted tower. The air was stagnant and sultry, so that just mounting the stairs had me dripping with sweat. Phew. Phew. It was unusual for the mere act of climbing stairs to get me this out of breath. There was also my anxiousness in the face of the flame. Holding it straight out was a natural position, and probably tiring. I really wish I knew what was up with this pyrophobia of mine. Alas, I reached the summit. Seeing them in the dark, all the names written up here, kind of creepy. Places that seem scary in the dead of night seem almost ridiculously mundane when seen during the day in full sunlight. The opposite was true as well. The darkness made everything more frightening. I grabbed one of the tags with the words "finish line" written on it. Now then, it's time to head back. Really, I just wanted to get rid of that candle as soon as possible. At first, I proceeded carefully. My posture was awkward, and the stairs were dark. It would be easy to fall. Here we go. Almost there. Maybe due to my nervousness, once I saw the first floor landing, I let down my guard. Oh. The world tilted. I spun backwards and began sliding down the stairs. Normally, I would have been able to straighten myself in the middle of the fall. But because I was holding the candle at arm's length, I couldn't do that now. Just drop the candle. I couldn't just throw it away. If I did that, it might light the floor on fire. No, it won't. Light the floor on fire? That's stupid. There's nothing here to burn. For a moment, my mind went in circles. As I did, the world shook around me, and I continued to fall. Oh, unable to steady and right myself, I eventually completely lost my footing. I tumbled end over end as if freed from the bonds of gravity. I knew someone would fall down the stairs. That was a really slow fall, though.
やっぱりどう考えても時間かかりすぎだよね。行ってみよう。
I really think he's been in there too long. Let's go! Messiah! Messiah-san! Messiah-san! Messiah-kun! Hey! Hey, speak to me! Messiah! I'm dying.
足を踏み外して頭を打ったんだわ。私、保健の先生呼んでくる。
He must have missed the step! He hit his head! I'm going to call the nurse!
それより救急車だわ。誰か携帯持ってきてない？もう誰も持ってないの？じゃあ電話かけに行ってくる。
No! We need an ambulance! Does anyone have a cell phone? Oh. Doesn't anyone have one? Fine. I'll go make the call. The blood.
大変。このすごい出血。
If I was bleeding this much, I thought I'd have a bigger reaction. Hello. Oh. The moment he's fallen down the stairs. I think it happened too slow. Hello. Huh. Oh no! He's bleeding so much!
ごめんなさい。私、血がダメで。
I'm sorry. I can't stand the sight of blood. Did Yuriko faint?
ちょっとマサヤ、しっかりしてよ。ねえ、死んじゃやだ。
Hey, Asaya! Speak to me! Hey! You can't die!
マサヤったら、起きてよ。
Asaya! Please! Wake up! Wake up!
死なないで。
Don't die! Huh? Flashback. Who is that girl? She's screaming and crying. The warm tears are rolling down her face. Onto my face. Don't cry. The girl's name is... That's right. I remember. It's not the name of an animal. It's Lily. The word just sounded like a name, so... Now That's all it was. But I thought that she was so pretty, and so did her. The girl is... Huh? Huh? Oh. Ow! The second I tried to sit up, I felt a splitting pain in my head, and my face twisted in agony.
マサヤさん、急に動いてはいけません。
Saya-san! You mustn't try to move! I turned my eyes toward the breathy voice and breathy voice and saw Yuriko-san slumped against the wall.
そうよ、あんた頭から血が出てるのよ。
That's right. You're bleeding. Bleeding? Oh, I am. I put a hand to the back of my head, and I felt it soaked with blood. I missed the step. I hit my head. That's right. What about the fire?
ちょっと体を起こしたらダメだってば。
Fire? What? Wait a minute. I told you not to move. But the fire.
ろうそくのことですか？それなら床で消えていますが。
Do you mean the candle? That went out when I hit the floor. Relieved, I rested my head back where it was.
あ、階段じゃゴツゴツして痛いか。じゃあ、私の膝に乗って。
Ah, the stairs must be so uncomfortable. Here, rest on my lap. What? But
こんな時に遠慮しない。さ、早く。
just do it. Please, hurry. My body from the neck down was on the floor, but my head had ended up on the first step. Carefully, I moved my body so I could rest my head on Chio's lap.
心配だわ。頭だもの。
I'm worried. You did hit your head. I looked carefully and saw that there were tears in Chio's eyes. I see. The tears I felt before. Reality had overlapped with my memories. But right now it was clearly Chio before me, and yet had called the name Liz. Chio brushed the hair out of my face with her hand. In that moment, I couldn't hold back anymore, and let out a moan.
どうしたの？大丈夫？痛いの？
What? What's wrong? Does it hurt? I'm sorry, Chio.
服のこと別に汚れたって。
What? You mean about my clothes? They're not that dirty. I remembered everything.
思い出した。何を？
You remembered? Remembered what? That summer. I could feel a hot lump in my throat. The tears welled up. They felt hot in my eyes, but turned cold as they rolled down my face.
どういうこと？
What are you talking about? I forgot it all. For so long, I must have had amnesia. I'm sorry, Chio. I...
何を謝っているのよ。
What are you apologizing for?
待って、言わないで。
Wait, don't tell me.
聞きたくない。そんなこと聞きたくない。
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what you're going to say. The tears fell, just like they did then. That's how I knew that what happened that summer was somehow connected to this moment.
マサヤは私のマサヤなんだから。
Because you're my Messiah. Chio.
来てもらったわ。どうしたの？なんで泣いて。まさか。
They're here. What's going on? Why are you crying? It's not...
千穂さん？
Chio-san?
私が。
What are you doing? Let me see his injury. The nurse's words, who acknowledged the actual situation around us, somehow felt out of place. I felt it. All three of us did. In the end. Always hitting on
第15話
cliffhangers.
夏合宿
And chapter 15, summer camp. That's right, Konami's summer training thing. And it's already August. Wow. Another week went by. We all got a week's worth of house arrest for entering the clock tower without permission. Of course, it's always house arrest with us. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop here for today. So thanks for watching, and a lot of things happened today in the world of Princess Evangile. Well, anyways, I'm Celestial Shadows. Thanks for watching, but bye for now, and hope you come back when I start chapter 15, Summer Camp.